So nothing but good news coming out of Peel region today. As you mentioned, case counts continue to drop and vaccination rates are soaring. Things are so good that mayors across the entire GTHA are now calling on the province to push up step 2 reopening to allow nail and hair salons to get back in business.
Personal care services had strict infection protocols and other safety procedures in place prior to the pandemic. These places have been closed in Brampton since November 23rd.
That's more than 200 consecutive days that hair and nail salons, barbershops, and other personal care services have been shut down. And because of this, thousands of businesses across Ontario have gone belly up. The mayors of the GTHA are now saying the sooner the better, with Brampton's Mayor Patrick Brown pointing to an underground economy that's been gaining steam.
You have to call a spade a spade. Many people on TV, their hair is long and they look disheveled, but the reality is there's haircuts happening out there. It's in backyards, it's in garages. Given the COVID case declines, I believe there is a pathway to safely reopen.
You have a hard time watching news, you just don't want to hear it?
Yeah, I can't, because it's just, everything is just, it doesn't make any sense.
Breed and Taylor are the co-owners of Trichology Boutique in Midtown Toronto.
Do you have a wait list? Do you have appointments lined up until the end of time?
Yeah,
we launched our wait list in November, and so we're going to have to date all the way back to November, which just sounds ridiculous at this point.
Back in November, after being shut down a second time, Taylor and Breed started advocating on behalf of the beauty industry with the hashtag #ShowYourStatsTO. According to that campaign, of the more than 280,000 appointments that took place during the first half of the pandemic, 0 cases were reported. 7 months later, they still can't believe that salons are closed.
How much shampoo are you going to sell in order to make ends meet? Like I know so many salons that have had to close their doors, or that have had to downsize or go bankrupt. And I know so many people that are suffering with mental health issues and alcoholism and drug abuse, and there's just so many of it.
Just 60 new COVID-19 cases were reported in all of Peel region today, the lowest daily number since last fall. Here in Brampton, which has been a consistent hotspot, the test positivity rate has now dropped to 5%. That's down from a high of 22% last month. But the Delta variant continues to take hold. And while second dose appointments were snapped up within hours, the region's top doctor is calling for patience and persistence.
Demand for the second dose is high, and for that I thank all of our residents. I know this may have been frustrating, but I urge you to try again. We have been rebuilding capacity that was reduced at the end of the hotspot strategy in May, and our capacity is dynamic and growing, with appointments being released throughout the week.
Now, when it comes to your second dose, Dr. Lawrence Lowe is encouraging people to take the soonest appointment over waiting for a matching vaccine. He says the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines are the same technology and are safe to mix. And if your first shot was AstraZeneca, he says you then have 3 choices for your second dose.